And welcome back, fellow adventurers, to Let's Play Gone Home. I'd like to apologize for the unusually long time period between the previous video and this one. It's basically a combination of first being sick so that I didn't have much of a voice, followed by the usual stuff at the end of the semester as far as final exams and so on and so forth. So that it was only about at this time of the recording that I finally had enough time that I could do the final recording session for this game, as we are almost to the end of it. And then, to top it all off, after I recorded this segment, this final segment for the first time, for some reason my microphone settings were such that it sounded like I was calling into the mic from the other side of the room. You could barely hear me. So this is now take 2 of this part of the game, and since there are no multiple save files, I had to go back to the beginning of the game and play it all the way back up to this point again. But hopefully everything should work out fine now. When we left off in the previous video, we had just exited the area around the garage and the kitchen, and we were basically finishing out this part of the I'm not sure whether this is a north, south, or east wing. It's the right wing as you come in through the front door. So at the very, very end of the wing, we have this postcard sent from Barcelona. Hi, whoops. Gotta keep this on the screen. Here we go. Hi, Mom, Dad, and Sam. I have had a wonderful time on the beaches of Barcelona. Dad and Sam, I think you would like the Gaudi architecture. It is from a strange alien world. I am headed to my final destination, Amsterdam. For how long? That depends. I am running low on money. I will look for a cheap standby ticket and call you when I'm headed home. Sorry for the short notice. Can't wait to see you all again. It'll be good to be home. Love, Katie. So, I believe the plane ticket said she flew from Amsterdam, so this must have been the last postcard that she sent before coming home. And here we have last show ever for Girl Scout. I believe this is the band that Lonnie was in. Oh yeah, here we go on the side. A going away show for Lonnie.
Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. When she was singing, I could practically forget everything. That we only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her. Then she dedicated the last song to me. And I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore.
Ouch. So obviously, Sam very much broken up by the fact that Lonnie was about to leave for her army training. I took the time during the narration just to quickly show you guys the bathroom and this laundry room, although there aren't any particular things of note inside them. And over here we have the outdoor patio, or garden if you will. You can see the rain is still coming down quite hard, and this leads outside the house, so we're not allowed to get out here. But we do have a note here. Where will do it? Now get your head out of the gutters, it's not what you think. But we can see here there's a secret door right next to the right of the stairs coming up from the foyer. It's the understairs room. Midnight, June 5th. Final preparations are complete. So this is the next place we'll be checking out.
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever, and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off, then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past, and there wouldn't be any more. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried. And she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up. And I was finally alone.
And here we have a manuscript for The Accidental Human by Terence Greenbrier. So it seems like he's at work with another manuscript. If you recall in the previous video, all of his previous work had just been recently republished by a new publishing company, such as these on top here. You notice these are filled with sticky notes. So, starting to look like Terence, the washed-up writer, might have some new inspiration. Pamphlet, Strong Pines, a couple's counseling retreat in the beauty of the Columbia Gorge. And it says booked from June 3rd to June 7th. And I believe that this is taking place on June either 5th. I think it's the 5th. So this would explain, again, why the parents are not around. And it seems that they're taking counseling together, so it seems that they're trying to get their marriage to get back on the right track. Here we have a letter. Ooh, some fancy stationery from Terence. Dear Cats, I can't tell you what a joy it is to see John Russell back in print. Thank you very much for... There's a little typo here. Of course, he's using a typewriter here. I think this is supposed to be sending instead of sending. Sending along copies of the new editions. The cover art is really something. I know you've said that Unknown Dimension isn't in the business of printing new material, but this revived interest in my work has brought on a wave of inspiration, resulting in a manuscript that completes John Russell's journey, which I think you might find intriguing. It is reflective and introspective, without forgetting the excitement and weirdness that Unknown Dimension readers expect. I hope this might be an exciting new direction for Unknown Dimension to pursue. At the very least, I am grateful that John Russell's adventures didn't come to an end quite when I thought they had. My thanks and regards, Terence L. Greenbrier. Over here we have a cover copy. This must be of the new manuscript he's working on. It's been almost 20 years since John Russell heard the call. Twice he saved a president's life. He's practically forgotten the days of the future, of danger and excitement, the days when he mattered. So when that familiar rip in time opens in front of him and his handlers peer out, he doesn't hesitate. Is the president in danger? No. The life you must save this time will be your own. Dun dun dun. It's got lots of extra paper here, so sure enough, seems the writer he's back in the groove. So as kind of bleak as things were for the parents, in more recent times, it seems things have been getting better. The only person for whom things do not seem to be getting better for is Sam. So let's check out... Oh, nope, that's the closet. Let's check out the hidden panel next to the stairs. Should be over here. Ah. And this is indeed the final secret area. See a pentagram, candles, and a photo of, yep, it's Oscar. Right here we have a book, Possession and Exorcism. Noted psychologist Christine Quinn guides the reader through the detection of spirit possession in oneself and others, the release of displaced or trapped spirits, and the procedures involved in successful exorcisms. The healing of lost souls is a particular focus. Allowing loved ones and local entities to move on to the next plane is sometimes the core of a spiritual cleansing. So it looks like Lonnie and Sam tried to exorcise Oscar's spirit, get him to move on. You noted earlier on they were trying to talk to him with the Ouija board. And here we have a key to the attic.
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
Sure enough, now we can enter the attic. It's like some holly here, probably lots of boxes filled with Christmas decorations. Sleeping bag and a drawing. Sam, I will always remember what we had. Stay strong, kick ass. I love you, Lonnie. Aw, and this, of course, this was the pendants that Sam had gotten for them. But of course now it's broken up into its two pieces. It's a very, very kind of tragic image.
Oh my God. Katie, I fell asleep in the attic in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first two calls. I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us. And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes.
Ah, and so now we know what those two phone messages were that we heard at the very beginning of the game. Aside from the one that Katie had herself had left, we heard two of the sound of a woman, first just asking if Sam was there, and then seeming very despondent and begging Sam to pick up the phone. And those were the two calls that Sam had missed. And it was the third one that she got. So that is where she's gone off to, it seems. That note on the front of the front door to the house, explaining that she was gone, is because she's actually gone. She's taken off with Lonnie. Now I have to admit, and I know that other Let's Players felt the same because I've seen their Let's Plays of this. When I played this for the first time and I came up these stairs to the attic, I was half convinced that I was going to find Sam up here, having committed suicide or something. Because she talks about how sad she is, and that all she wants to do is sleep, and that maybe she'll come up in the attic and just wait for Lonnie to come back. It was very, very ominous. And so my heart was kind of in my throat when I was coming up these stairs the first time, because that was something I did not want to see. And so I was incredibly relieved after hearing that last message that that was not what I was going to find up here. So this seems to, sure enough, be a dark room. See some photographs. I would guess that's probably Sam and Lonnie's hands intertwined. There's a piece of Lonnie's army uniform. Close up. Some of the lights here are red for obvious reasons. That's probably Lonnie's eye. Lonnie and Sam's shadows. And if we open these drawers, we find a whole lot of photographic paper. So we can conclude with some certainty that photography was one of Sam's hobbies. And so we get to the very last part of the attic here. And we find letters to Katie. This was the source of all of the voiceovers throughout the game. It was from this book that Katie finally found in the attic.
Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did, and that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again someday. Love, Sam.
And so that was this Let's Play of Gone Home. For those of you who have accompanied me since the start of this Let's Play, thanks for coming along with me on this journey. As I mentioned at the start, more of an interactive story than an actual computer game, but still something that I very much enjoyed, not just because of the story itself, which was engaging, but as I mentioned earlier, just the sheer nostalgic value of going back to seeing what teenage life was kind of like in the mid-1990s, which was the same time when I myself was a teenager. So it was great to see a lot of the references, in seeing the TV shows, the video games, all the little details here and there was very, very enjoyable to go through. So with this Let's Play over, I actually do not have a very particularly strong like next game candidate of what to do next. There are some possibilities. Some people have already asked me about Dreamfall Chapters, which is in the process of being released episodically right now, and I definitely do plan on doing a Let's Play of Dreamfall Chapters, as it's the continuation of probably my favorite video game series ever, and of course the subject of the very first Let's Play I ever did. So there's no way I won't do that, but I think I will wait on that one. First, because not all of the episodes are released yet, and I'd like to have the full story kind of in my head before starting to Let's Play them. But also because I want to make sure that my hardware is good enough by then to really run that kind of game that's graphically intense, to run it really smoothly at really good detail. Just for the fact that I like to I would like to improve the quality of my Let's Plays as I go forward into the future. So because there's no strong indication or self-motivation as to what game to do next, I'm going to be looking back at previous comments that subscribers and regular viewers have left as to games they would like me to consider, and if any of them look interesting, then I might plan on releasing the next series sometime in late summer, I would say, just to be on the safe side. So, of course, if you have any other suggestions that you haven't noted in the channel before, let me know. Otherwise, I'll peruse them, and if I find something, whether or not I've played it before, if it looks interesting, I'll do it. I could always do something like similar to Broken Sword and do a blind Let's Play, because that worked out perfectly fine the first time I did it. So that's my plans for now. Again, I'd say expect the next game series to be sometime in the late summer. And until then, fellow adventurers, thanks for joining me on this journey, and take care.